Okay, Sonic 4 makes me very miserable. I should have never played that because I feel awful. Maybe some games will make me feel better. Let's see. How about this one? Alright, let's try this. Ah, Rayman. What was once a character that everyone knows, now is just a distant memories. What was once the mascot of Ubisoft is now forgotten and was replaced something far worse. Okay, who the fuck like these things anyway? Rayman used to be a popular series on the market, spawning multiple titles that are well received, especially Rayman 2 and Origins, which are two of my favorite in the series. But as always, some games are bound to be forgotten, for the better. But one of them is an interesting one that we are gonna take a look today. Rayman Rush is released on March 8, 2002 for the original PlayStation. Happy birthday, I guess? As the name suggests, the name Rush implies that this is a racing game starring Rayman characters based off Rayman 2. You know, like San Francisco Rayman Rush, LA Rayman Rush, or even Rush Rayman Hour 3. The game got an interesting story though. Back in 2001, Ubisoft released Rayman Arena, a party game that lets players race and battle each other over a variety amount of modes. Then someone at Ubisoft is like, hey, let's not forget about PlayStation 1, so let's make a game for that system. And a year later, they came up with Rayman Rush, the proper definition of D-Make, which features racing gameplay. And that's about it. Anyway, let's begin. The intro shows us Rayman characters racing each other, and Rayman just watches his friend drop down. Life is cruel and mean. Oh well, Rayman got his karma back moments later. And that's basically the whole story of the game. Race against each other and finish first. Pretty standard stuff. As for the controls, you move the character with the D-pad and also the analog stick. All of them runs on foot, which reminds me of Sonic R, except it controls much better here. There's also additional controls like X for jumping and square for firing your projectile. Doing so at your rival will cause them to freeze for a few seconds. Likewise, you can also get froze by your rival. Other than that, you can also use the weapon to activate switches scattered across track to reveal spring location to let players jump to a higher area while opening new area and reducing lap time while at the same time clearing hazards on the track. While weapon is innovative for different usage, it also presents a small problem. The weapon doesn't lock onto the rival, meaning that you have to aim carefully, but at the same time, you also have to focus on what's up ahead. Not to mention, the freeze attack can only be used after a few second cooldown, putting the emphasis of risk and reward at use here. Kinda like the green shell in Mario Kart. Do you want to freeze your rival and lead the race easily, or just keep running to overtake and hope that he didn't freeze you back? There's no middle ground here, and sometimes it can be frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna get him this time. He ain't getting away this time. Wait, I missed? Hey, hang on, let me try again. I missed again! Okay, this is not good. Come on, hit him please. Hit him! Come on, no! There are a total of 12 tracks spanning across 3 stages that are called zone in this game. Unlike the full version that contained battle mode, here you are just racing from start to finish, but not just that. All these tracks are based off of the same location from the aforementioned Rayman 2, one of my favorite games in the series, albeit with different layouts. When I first came across those tracks, I was so happy being able to recognize every single one of them, coming from a guy who adores the sequel. First Ruins is basically Tomb of the Ancients, Thousand Waterfall is Whale Bay, etc. Every level doesn't deteriorate from the original source material, making the players feel right at home. I gotta give credit to them for nailing the atmosphere location though. However, unlike the full version, the tracks here felt lifeless. The scenery looks way too dark, and most of the time I feel like we are racing in the night. If you put both footage side by side, the difference are night and day. The full version looks vibrant in colors, while the remake just feels like what a remake would look like. I understand PlayStation got its limitation, but you kinda wish it looks better than this. But back to the tracks. Some of the tracks contain shortcuts to help you get ahead, while also offering different routes for you to take each lap, further increasing the replayability. Other than plain racing, the developer also went a little further to add some elements of platforming. At some section, the gameplay switches to 2D perspective, like the classic game where you jump between each platforms, avoiding obstacles. And sometimes the level allows you to climb up walls and slide down the slope. This also adds some uniqueness to the racing mechanic that could become boring without this addition. Make sure you get the hang of the tracks though, as the AI are pretty intelligent. Although there's no rubber banding, as far as I know, they rarely make any mistake and always stick to their path, finding the best possible route. Be careful when you find a new area though, because they always take advantage of your action. You sneaky little bitch. Apart from just racing, you also have other quests to be completed. Each tracks have 4 different quests ranging from your standard championship, where you finish ahead of your rivals, time attack where you cross each checkpoint to extend the time limit before finishing the lap within the given time, which is arguably the easiest to do. Lumps, where you have to collect all lumps on track while attempting to finish first, which is the hardest to do. And Target, where you have to collect all butterflies and finish 3 laps. This time around, your weapon can auto-lock onto the target, which makes things somewhat easy. Wait, blue butterflies? Why does it remind me of something else? Doing the championship will unlock the track for the zone, and that's when you can only do the quest for the specific track. While it can be fun doing those stuff, it can be somewhat boring too. Because of the nature of the AI opponent being hard, you will be stuck at the same track, retrying over and over again for who knows how long. Sometimes, when you think you will win, you end up losing at the last moment, which is unfair and frustrating.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
It happened to me too many times that I literally rage quit and then try other tracks before going back to the original one. While the extra quest can be fun, it ended way too quickly, and you are forced to head back to the championship in order to unlock the next track. I don't know about you, but I find it to be tedious, just staring at the same track while not making any progress. Each characters have their predetermined music that plays during this gameplay, and you will be hearing the same thing. While the soundtrack fits well with the game and location, it can be monotonous hearing the same thing over and over again, especially if you're struggling with that track for hours, which makes things even worse. Just let me beat this level. I've been here for like 2 hours. Please, just let me beat this. You know what? F this game. F everything. I can't do it. That's all I gotta say with Rayman Rush. While the game itself is pretty fun, but it still left a lot to be desired. I kinda wish the AI weren't that hard, and I kinda wish there was more to it. After you beat the game, all you got are the ending and the unlockable characters, which are nothing special. And no, recolor of existing characters doesn't count. And that's about it. There's nothing else I could unlock, and I don't feel like replaying those tracks again, judging by all the suffering I gone through. Since this is a party game, this will probably be more fun with 2 players, if you have any friends anyway. I guess the game is fun for like a quick play section on a Monday night if you have nothing else to do. But other than that, I don't see why you should try this. The full version, although plays similarly, at least it offers more content, and I highly recommend you to play that instead. The remake is forgotten, and I can see why. That's all I gotta say with this video. If you enjoyed what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notification bell so that you won't miss a thing. Comment below your opinion on this game. And if you want to see more about me, be sure to follow my Twitter, because that's the only place I'm active. Thank you for watching, and while you excuse me, I'm gonna take a break from this mess that I created.